Down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Hold on him, extra shit. What did that flow on him?
Turn that down before I get flagged. This whole workout, I literally listened to that song repeat. And the mad thing is, I'm way more a Drake fan than a Kendrick fan. But boy, sir, this song made me lose. Ooh, this is like back to back when he did it to Meek. This is like Tupac hit him up. It's a song that you can bop to, and it's got too many quotables. Let me know in the comments who you guys I think are winning. Anyway, as for that workout now, I ain't gonna lie, the heat was killing me. The biggest thing I wanted to come on here and tell you guys is a tip. I invested in getting a little fan. It was like £5. It definitely was worth it for like when I'm doing the cardio. It allowed me to feel a lot cooler so I could do long on the cardio without passing out because the heat was getting to me in that gym. The air conditioning wasn't strong enough, so that just helped cool me down so I could like just sail through. I did like about 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna go home now, eat some food, and I'll see you guys, oh no, probably maybe tomorrow, the next day.
They not like us. They not like us.
Sorry peeps, I lied, I'm back again. But I had to show you this. Look at this. This is one of my smoothies, right? It looks disgusting. It's literally damn near grey. They actually taste delicious. It's the greens of the one I showed you already or in the last vlog, but I put raspberries in it, so it kind of made the colour change to this. But it looks so terrible, but it tastes really, really good. It made the greens a little bit more sweeter tasting by adding raspberries in it. So I'm probably going to stick with it, but if you ever see this, just know it looks disgusting. But yeah, that's what I got to say. This looks nuts. Old me, when I was like I'm still a fussy year, but fussy me, like probably in 2010, would never have drank this. What is good, people? A quick check-in here. So I'm going to my parents' house. We got a bunch of birthdays around here. Obviously mine just went, my sister's went, my dad's went. So we're all gonna chill. So we're all getting our own takeaway. So one of them's getting some Jamaican food, the other one's getting Chinese, and I've opted for peri chicken. Okay, it's a lower calorie, more protein. So I'm gonna go for that. I'm not bringing the camera because I don't really film my family anymore. Just keep it low key. The only thing I've had today is protein, because on days when I know I'm having takeaway, I try and only have protein throughout the day where possible. Protein, fruits, and maybe veggies. I try to limit the carbs and fats. So I had egg whites and chicken sausages as my meal today so far. Went to the gym did 45 minutes in the cardio to try and, kind of give it a little bit of balance. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go because I'm technically running late. In case you're wondering what those pills were I just took, they're they're classed as a fat burner, but it's just caffeine. So most legal over-the-counter fat burners are just pills that have caffeine in it. I basically interchange those sometimes if I don't feel like having a pre-workout. So to be honest, if you see me drinking an orange like this, it means that this is probably just juice. But yeah, today is a leggish day. I have about an hour and a half spare. Before I go into the gym, I want to answer this, I think, somewhat important question I was asked. The person basically messaged me, and this is like a summary of what they said. You seem to, even at 5'7", seem to be holding the extra weight you have at the moment, but you don't really look overweight. And they're more or less saying, like, why are you even bothering if you have no holidays booked and stuff like that to actually get down to lose weight? And I'm being completely honest, one is a little bit of ego, because I like seeing myself lean. I kind of like seeing myself in shape. That's kind of one. Ego, or is it just like, oh no, I don't know, but it's something that I just like doing. And number two, and this is probably a big factor, is that I do fitness content. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to say my job because YouTube's not my main job, but this fitness stuff and coaching, the more lean I look most of the year is the better I get clients. And when I'm leaner, I get more clients because visually people just kind of see you, or the algorithms push you. So it's kind of like a reason. So I was more or less saying to the person that for everybody, as long as you feel fit and active, you don't necessarily have to have a low body fat. Yes, you may like having it, that's great, but don't do something drastic. If you're like a regular person, I don't know, works in an office, and you don't do any of this social media stuff, and I'm not including like you just posting selfies, like you don't really do social media like that, don't think you have to try and compete with these online people you see on social media to get lean, because there's no real need. Now, if you're in the industry and this kind of basically affects your income, there's more reason to do it, which is why people also, use steroids and stuff, or SARMs to try and look lean year round too, because it helps their pockets. But if you're just a regular person, what I'm trying to say is that yes, aim to get fitter and get in shape, but you don't need to try and strive to be super lean. And that's not an excuse to say fat, but being lean is like an extra extreme. For example, right now, even though I'm carrying the extra body fat, I can do long amounts of the row, I can do long amounts of the treadmill, I can do long amounts of the exercise bike. I'm fairly active, I can run for quite a bit too now, but I'm just not happy with this steak, so I want to change it. So that was a long ramble, but in essence, what I'm trying to say is that everyone's goal is slightly different, and other people, such as myself, or people in the fitness industry even higher up, they have an incentive to stay lean. If you don't have that incentive, it doesn't affect your paycheck, don't overly focus on it. Hopefully I can summarize that to be shorter than what this long spiel was. Peeps, so far, thought I'd do a little check-in. One of the things I had to give up already was when I'd have my protein cereal that I was having. I had to get rid of that beautifully tasting granola, which is the skinny, ironically, the skinny one. It tastes great, but it's way too high calorie for what it is. So I've been reducing that down. Well, basically I finished it, so I'm not buying another one unless Corinne likes it. So yeah, now I've switched to just regular granola here and there. But overall, trying to get used to just having the bran flakes with that protein milk. Because originally I used to love having that bran flakes with the cereal milk whey protein because it made it taste really good. Whereas I've been accustomed now having it with the most super sugary granola. So I'm trying to wean my sugar palate back down to being used to, like, you know, normal levels of sugar, not hyper high up. As I may have shown you guys in that clip when I'm in the gym, I actually did invest in getting a slightly bigger fan that I can actually place on the actual machines I'm using. Even though that £5 one is pretty good, like it hit my face really good. The issue is that its stand was so little, it was too small, so like it was inside the cup hold, it wasn't really hitting my face. Whereas this, I can kind of just put it on the machine. If I wanted to be really extra, I can even wrap it around some of the bars. This was only £8, actually no, this one was £10, so I've kept them both. I've got the small one with me in my gym bag too, but I also bring this if I know I'm specifically doing cardio, because a lot of people don't realize how beneficial cooling yourself down is. A lot of people mistakenly think that sweating is the best sign that you're burning fat, when you're really not. It's just your body producing water to cool your body down. At the end of the day, maybe you lose a little bit more water weight if you sweat a lot, but we don't care about water weight. It's the fat that we really want to lose. And if you can manage to cool yourself down so you can actually stay on the machine longer and burn more calories at the end of it, it's much more beneficial than just seeing loads of sweat on your body. Anyways, that aside, what we're doing here is cooking some chicken fillets. I'll likely just whack in a wrap with some lettuce and then just have like a chicken fillet wrap. I also put some cheese in it as well. One thing I forgot to say, when you're cooking chicken fillets, especially in the air fryer, remember not to overcook that bitch, because it will literally be like eating pieces of rock. Typically when it comes to chicken fillets, I usually prefer to make it on the actual frying pan. It tends to retain its moisture a little bit better, like it's marinating its juices more. But the air fryer is quicker and I was really hungry, so I used it. But in reality, if you're only cooking chicken fillets and there's no thighs around, usually I'd recommend people using the frying pan. This morning, I think I weighed up just about 184 pounds. Because technically, the week one, even though I put down 187, it was actually 188 pounds basically. But I didn't think it looked nice on the thumbnail. I just felt like 187 stood out a lot more, which is why on the thumbnail and the title, I changed it to 187. Just getting a look more catchy. So in total, over this whole journey, I've lost around just about 4 pounds, which is crazy because if you look in the mirror, I personally can't see 4 pounds difference, but this is why it's good to track various methods, and this is why sometimes you have to just keep sticking to the basics, and over time, even though you may not visually see it straight away, like the more you stick with it, the more you'll start noticing these things. Typically, this is probably one of the slowest fat loss periods I've done. It's been about, we're just moved on to week 5 now, or week 5.5. And this is probably the slowest I've probably had a fat loss journey. Normally, in the first 2 or 3 weeks, I've probably lost around 4 to 5 pounds already. But to be honest, this is probably better because it's more relatable for those of you watching, because some of you probably have like a more gradual process most times. If you're maybe struggling around the slow end of losing weight at the beginning and you see me lose like in the first few weeks loads, it's probably demotivating. So at least now we're in this together. So for those of you that's coming along with this journey, please comment down below how your fat loss journey is going so far, how much you've lost so far, how long you've been doing it. That's for me right now. I'm just going to stick with the basics, keep sticking with it. Even though we're approaching week 6 next week, I haven't actually started tracking calories yet, so I've got to start doing that now. At least 3 to 4 times a week, just to make sure that the foods that I currently am eating that the protein and the calories I think they are actually accurate, because over the past year and a half of not tracking calories heavily, I could have slowly skewed off and not been eating as much protein or as lower calories I think I actually am. So it's always good to like every so often do it so you know more or less if you're on track. As in all honesty, I think it is probably the calories I need to be more on top of. Anyways people, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to keep watching. Let me know your journey down below, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.